I believe we need to focus more on those who are in tents on the sidewalks, and we need to focus more on the chronically homeless.
New at 5 o'clock, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler took on the issue of homelessness today, saying he's looking for city property and neighborhoods where more camps can be built to help those on the streets. The issue was a major focus of his campaign for mayor in 2016. KGW's Pat Doris talked with Wheeler this afternoon and joins us live from Northeast Portland. Pat?
Right, Laura. Well, Mayor Wheeler criticized Charlie Hales back in the day for allowing the homeless to camp on the public sidewalks. Now it's kind of an issue that's come back at Mayor Wheeler. In the latest point-in-time count found multiply 2,000 people are living on our streets. As he runs for re-election now, Portland's mayor said more needs to be done to help those people. Taxpayers in Portland and Multnomah County already spend more than $70 million a year paying for homeless services. This summer and fall, it might be hard to tell from looking at our streets that anything has improved, though. Ted Wheeler said he's asking neighborhoods now to help out.
And we're also working with neighborhoods and others to find managed camp sites where people would have access to water and hygiene, toilets, and potentially services to help get them off and keep them off the streets.
What we don't see on the streets is that tax money helps 12,000 people stay in their homes through rent assistance. That's according to the point-in-time count. That is double, by the way, from that same number of 5 years ago. And the city and county are also making progress on building affordable housing. Back in 2017, they set a goal of building 2,000 new units. So far, they have built about 1,300. Still, the tents and camps seem to be everywhere. Wheeler said COVID restrictions from the CDC make it hard to send out teams to help break up the big camps. By the way, tomorrow we'll talk with the mayor and his challenger, Sarah Iannarone, about what it will take to bring back downtown Portland. And also, Willamette Week is reporting on a new poll for the Portland Business Alliance that shows Wheeler trailing by 11 points in the re-election race. Back to you.
Thank you, Pat. And this week, the candidates will have the chance to make their case to voters in a debate hosted by KGW and the Oregonian. The debate airs this Thursday here on KGW at 7 p.m. You can find more information at kgw.com. You know the seating that's popped up outside hundreds of Portland bars and restaurants this past summer? They are here to stay through at least the end of March. And as Morgan Romero shows us, business owners are thrilled.
You can totally try some. It's really good.
Summer of 2020 brought trying times for our foodie city, to say the least.
Yes. We want to avoid enclosed indoor areas.
Yes.
But it would have been worse.
Shrimp and grits?
Had restaurants and bars not been able to stick seats on streets and sidewalks.
People are excited to get outside and be somewhere where they can be socially distanced.
It's comfortable out here, as long as it's not any colder.
Permits from Portland's Healthy Businesses program allowed many more restaurants than normal to put up this seating.
It's really been a lifesaver for us, being able to offer people a safe space outside.
Businesses like Jam on Hawthorne and Pine State Biscuits worried the real test would come when the weather turns.
We are waiting until things are a little bit safer before we reopen inside. So it would be a big hit.
I think it would be pretty catastrophic for our business. With dining rooms, indoor dining at 50% capacity, there's very little way we would be able to do the type of numbers we would need to do in order to stay open.
Business owners and customers told PBOT they wanted outdoor seating in street plazas to stay. The city answered, extending the program through the end of March and asking businesses to apply again for a winter permit. The original permits had been set to expire November 1st.
We are definitely going to lose some customers who don't want to sit outside in the cold and rain.
Bars and restaurants hustled to get heaters and tents.
We are trying to source heaters right now, which are scarce all over the country.
We've got some canopies on order and trying to find more. They're in short supply right now.
Not only do they have to keep customers and staff safe from COVID, but PBOT tasks businesses with keeping drivers and pedestrians safe.
You know, now the challenge is making sure that we can cover the seating, condition the spaces, and also avoid any issues with sight lines for pedestrians and cars.
The streets being blocked off I like it anyway. Like, I wish they did that all the time.
So PBOT says it'll keep getting feedback from both business owners and the public in order to decide whether to extend the program past March 31st or whether to recreate it and actually make it permanent. We talked about this morning on Sunrise Extra. A lot of people weighed in, including Julene, who said she wishes it was permanent and would stay for good. She wrote, "I love eating outside. It's how they do it in Europe." And Renee said she and her husband went out this weekend for the first time in more than 6 months. Wow. She said, "We were a bit apprehensive, but it turned out to be a very lovely evening dining outside." Jennifer, she says she likes McMenamin's outdoor seating. She wrote, "Us immunocompromised peeps have to be extra cautious, if not slightly paranoid." I know everyone has a spectrum of views and opinions on this, so let us know what you think. You can head to our Facebook page and find that Facebook post from Sunrise Extra. Drop a comment and let us know. Laurel.
Thank you, Morgan. And let's take a look at the latest coronavirus case curve in Oregon. The state reported 288 new cases today, with 62 of those in Multnomah County. That's on top of 620 new cases reported over the weekend statewide. The bars are the daily cases, and the dotted line you see here, this is the 2-week average, which you can see has been steadily moving upward since the middle of last month. Right now, Oregon's larger school districts are still in full online learning. But in the last week, the Beaverton School District made the decision to extend distance learning by nearly 3 months. 4th through 12th grade students in the Beaverton School District will be learning online through February 8th. Previously, the plan was to do comprehensive distance learning until November 16th. But district officials say they felt they needed to make a decision now to give parents time to plan. The district says metrics in both Multnomah and Washington counties just are not trending in the right way.
Even though the school district is in Washington County, we have more than 10% of our staff that live in Multnomah County. In some cases, some schools have about a third of their teachers who live in Multnomah County.
The district's decision could change if there's a drastic change in health metrics or if the governor revises those metrics. A decision on whether to extend distance learning for pre-K through 3rd grade students in the district is expected October 19th. Crews are continuing to make progress on the fire lines across Oregon, and here is an update on 3 of the major fires that are still burning. In Clackamas County, the Riverside fire is 57% contained. The Beachy Creek fire in Marion County is at 59% containment. And the Lions Head fire, covering parts of Marion and Lynn counties, is now 45% contained.